Good morning everyone. This video is for the students of class 11th, subject economics. In this video, we shall start our chapter number 5, that is price elasticity of demand from microeconomics. And this is my lecture number 1. So, in previous chapter, that is theory of demand, you have read about law of demand. This states that quantity demanded increases with fall in price and it decreases with rise in price. That means there is inverse relationship between price and demand. If price will increase, demand will decrease, and if price will decrease, demand will increase. So, law of demand gives us direction of change in quantity demanded as a result of change in price. But it does not specify the amount of or extent by which quantity demanded changes with a change in price. Okay, this says that law of demand gives us direction, that in which direction the quantity demanded will change with result to change in price, whether it will be increased or decreased. But it does not tell us about by how much the quantity demanded will decrease and will increase. It does not tell us about the degree or the amount or the extent by which it will be changed with respect to change in price. Therefore, the concept of elasticity of demand was introduced to measure the degree of change. Okay, to measure the degree of change in demand in response to change in own price of the commodity. So, law of demand tells about the direction of change in demand, but elasticity of demand tells us by how much the demand changes with change in on price of the commodity. It tells us about the degree of change in demand. Okay, I hope the elasticity of demand is clear. What do we mean by elasticity of demand? It tells us the degree or by how much the demand is changed with the change in price of the commodity. Now, what is elasticity of demand? Demand for a commodity, if affected by a number of factors like change in own price, change in income, change in price of the related goods and other determinants. Okay, so elasticity of demand refers to percentage change in demand for a commodity with respect to percentage change in any of the factor affecting demand of that commodity. Okay, so in the previous chapter you have learned that there are many factors which affect the demand for a commodity. What are those factors? The own price of the commodity, income of the consumer, change in price of the related goods, and there are many other determinants also. So elasticity of demand measures the percentage change in demand of that commodity with respect to percentage change in any of the factors that affect the demand for that commodity. So what is elasticity of demand? Percentage change in demand of that commodity, suppose X, divided by percentage change in any factor affecting the demand for commodity X. Okay, so basically elasticity of demand tells about the percentage change in demand with respect to percentage change in any of the factor that affects the demand of that commodity. Now, out of various determinants of demand, okay, we read in the last chapter that there are many determinants of demand that affect the demands. There are three quantifiable determinants of demand, that is price elasticity, cross elasticity and income elasticity of demand. Now, what does price elasticity of demand refers? It refers to percentage change in demand of a commodity with respect to percentage change in price of the given commodity. Okay, percentage change in demand with respect to percentage change in price. Next one is cross elasticity of demand. It refers to percentage change in demand of a commodity with respect to percentage change in price of a related good. Related goods can be substitute goods also and complementary goods also. Okay. And third one is income elasticity. This shows the percentage change in demand for a commodity with respect to percentage change in income of the consumer. Okay. Now, in this chapter, we shall read about price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is measurement of degree of change in demand in response to change in on price of the commodity. Okay. So basically price elasticity of demand refers to percentage change in demand with respect to percentage change in on price of that commodity. Okay. Now this is the first method for measuring price elasticity of demand, that is percentage method. It is the most common method for measuring price elasticity of demand. This method is also known as proportionate method. Okay. And according to this method, elasticity is measured as ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded to percentage change in price. So according to this method, elasticity of demand, say for commodity X, is measured as the ratio between percentage change in quantity demanded for commodity X and percentage change in price of commodity X. So the formula for price elasticity of commodity is given by minus. Why this minus sign is prefixed here? This minus sign shows that there is inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price of the commodity. Okay, so the formula is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So percentage change in quantity demanded can be written as change in demand divided by initial demand into 100, and percentage change in price can be written as change in price divided by initial price into 100. Okay. So what is change in demand? Change in demand is new demand minus old demand or initial demand divided by initial demand. This 100 is cancelled by 100. So here we are left with only change in demand, initial demand, change in price and initial price. So this is change in price can be written as new price minus old price or initial price divided by initial price. It gives you minus change in demand, that is denoted by this, divided by initial demand divided by change in price divided by initial price. So price elasticity of a commodity is minus change in demand divided by initial demand divided by change in price divided by initial price. It gives you minus change in demand divided by demand, initial demand, multiply, and on reciprocal it will be initial price divided by change in price. Now price elasticity of the commodity is minus price, that is initial price divided by initial demand, into change in demand divided by change in price. So this is the formula for price elasticity of demand. Here ED refers to price elasticity of demand, Q refers to initial demand, P states initial price. This sign shows change in demand. Q1 shows new demand, P1 shows new price, and this triangle P shows, this sign shows change in price. Now see an example. Let us consider a situation like this. The initial price of ice cream is 4 cup, rupees 4 per cup. So what is P? P is 4. And the initial demand for ice cream is 1 cup only. So what is initial demand? That is Q is 1 cup. If the price of ice cream falls to rupees 2 per cup, this is new price, that is P1, rupees 2. And demand increases to 4 cup, this is new demand, that is Q1, 4 cups. We are to find elasticity of demand using percentage method. So what is change in price? New price minus initial price, that is 2 minus 4 gives minus 2. And what is change in demand, this is new demand minus demand, that is 3 cups. Okay, so the formula is price elasticity of demand is equal to minus initial price divided by initial demand into change in demand into change in price. Putting the values, we get 6. That is, minus is cancelled with minus, so it is 6. This result is to be interpreted like this, that 1% fall in on price of the commodity causes 6% rise in its quantity demanded. Okay. So now there are two critical questions that arises. The first one is, why should change in quantity and price be considered as percentage change? Means, why do we only consider percentage change? Why don't we take absolute change? The reason is, I explain you with the help of example. Consider there are two goods, chairs and tables. Compare elasticities when price of chair increases from 10 to 20. This is price of chair which is increasing from rupees 10 to 20, and demand decreases from 50 to 25 chairs. And price of table decreases from 20 to 10 and demand increases from 25 to 50 tables. Okay. Now in absolute change, okay, if I considered absolute change, then we can only say that in case of chairs, demand is reduced to half. Okay, it is reduced to 50 to 25, that is reduced to half when price is doubled. Okay, when price has doubled from 10 to 20, demand is decreased to half, that is 50 to 25. And in case of tables, I can say demand is doubled when price is reduced to half. That demand has doubled from 25 to 50 when price has reduced to half from 20 to 10. This is the observation in case of absolute change. Okay. Now this comparison of elasticities make no sense. Instead, if I take percentage change, then I will say that 1% change in price leads to 0.5% change in demand for chairs and 2% change in demand for tables. Okay, so this is the reason that we consider percentage change instead of absolute change, so that our comparison becomes easy. Now the next question is, why should minus sign be prefixed in the equation estimating elasticities of demand? Now, if you have observed carefully, then I told you that elasticity of demand is equal to minus change in demand divided by change in price into initial price divided by initial demand. Now I am asking, why have I used here this minus sign? Why have I prefixed it in the equation? See, if minus sign is not prefixed, then owing to inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, coefficient of elasticity of demand would be found always negative, like -1, -2, -3. Thus, if price of commodity reduced from 10 to 35 and demand increases from 50 to 100 units, the elasticity of demand would be -2. This is the case if I will not use this minus sign in the formula. Okay, if I will not use this minus sign in the formula, then as there is inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, so my answer would be negative. Okay, my answer would be like -1, -2 or -3. Now see, if there is minus sign in the answer, then it is obvious that we would not say that elasticity is -2. We will say that elasticity of demand is 2. We will ignore that minus sign. Now why would we ignore that minus sign? This is because if the answer is -3, We know that -3 is lesser than -2. Mathematically, it is a smaller number. Okay, in the context of elasticity of demand, -3 shows higher elasticity of demand comparison to -2. So in this context of elasticity of demand, minus sign just indicates the inverse relationship between price and quantity. Okay, if I take -3 and -2, then mathematically -3 is smaller and -2 is larger number. But in macroeconomics, if we read it through the context of elasticity of demand, then -3 shows higher elasticity in comparison to -2. And here minus sign is used just to show that there is inverse relationship between price and quantity. It has no mathematical importance or significance. Okay, so that is why it is said that we generally ignore the minus sign. Okay, and we provide minus sign in the formula so that our elasticity of demand is always found positive. Now, it is important to note here that the students may get numerical problems where the examiner himself specifies the coefficient of elasticity of demand with a negative sign. Like price elasticity of demand is equal to -2. Okay, you may get some numerical problems where already in the question elasticity is given negative. In such situation, what you will do, make it a point not to prefix minus sign in the equation estimating elasticity of demand. In those cases, in those situations, you will not put minus sign. Okay, you will not put minus sign in the equation. So your homework is you have to do given numericals in your notebook. First numerical is when price is rupees 10 per unit, demand for a commodity is 100 units. As the price falls to rupees 8 per unit, demand expands to 150 units. Calculate elasticity of demand. The second question is when price of sugar is rupees 5 per kg, its demand is 50 kg. When price rises by rupees 5 per kg, its demand falls by 10 kg. Calculate the elasticity of demand. Question number third is when the price of good X is rupees 5, the consumer buys rupees 100 units of good X. At what price would he be willing to purchase 140 units of good X? The price elasticity of demand for good X is 2. Next numerical is the demand for a good falls to 240 units in response to rise in price by rupees 2. If the original demand was 300 units at the price of rupees 20, calculate price elasticity of demand. Now the fifth question is the demand for a good at rupees 10 per unit is 40 units. Price falls by 5 rupees 5. If price elasticity of demand is -3, calculate the new quantity demanded. See here in the question elasticity is given negative. So remember what I told you that in equation we will not mention minus sign.